Okay. Now, first exhale. So, as you practice more and more, your inhalation and retention will maximize. So, don't be in a hurry. Every month is going to increase by a couple of seconds. Okay. Then breathe deeply and focus on the breath. So the mind should be able to focus on the inhalation, retention, and exhalation. And slowly all the thoughts, worldly thoughts, problems, challenges, whatever are there, will slowly disappear. Yes or no? All that will happen. Then you have to observe then next the mind. So move from the prana to the manaha. The pranamaya kosha. Your own mind will have to go and mind the mind. So look at the mind. What is happening to the mind? When you try to observe the mind, you will be very surprised. Thoughts will start disappearing. If you are very focused, means what you should be doing what I am saying. So observe the mind. And you will not be able to trace what is the thought. This is a beautiful state of the mind where you can become thoughtless, focusing your mind on what the mind is thinking. So continue the deep breathing consciously. At best, you may be able to recognize that you are able to organize the breathing. That's it. Nothing else should be there in the mind at that time. So when the mind is fairly relaxed, the entire body is fully relaxed, raise your thought to supreme principle. That principle is beyond words. It's beyond even graspability of the mind. Mind cannot grasp it. Yato vacho nivartante prapya manasa saha. And when you focus on that supreme principle, anandam brahmano vidwan, by knowing that supreme Brahman is beyond name and form, beyond words, beyond sound, beyond even the mind, is the nature of pure Anandam. So, to be able to focus on the fact that the supreme principle is also Anandam. And my nature also is Anandam. The various aspects. Depending on your comfort, one day you can focus on the fact that everything is pure consciousness. Some other time, after a month, focus on the Ananda Swarupam. Then there is also existence principle. So we can make a schedule. Accordingly, every month we can do Dhyanam, called Nididhyasanam, on Atma Gnanam. It's all Gnanam only, but recollection during the time when the mind has obtained extreme quietude. So you realize that what? Anandam, Ananda is Brahma. Anandaha Brahma iti pyajanat. My nature also, true nature, supreme bliss. But anyway, day to day, all the things will come and go. Every minute, no time is passing away. So many things will come and go. They are only incidental. They will not disturb my Anandam. That's something you should be able to more or less start grasping in the mind. This is the path to Atma Jnanam, the path of Nididhyasanam. So now slowly, after dwelling on this thought for some time, this is the traditional Dhyanam. You slowly touch the top of your eyebrow slowly and then open your eyes very slowly. Okay? So is it not relaxing? Huh? Nathan, when you do under the guidance, it is easier, no? When you do independently, it's always very difficult. Correct? Okay? Very good. Now let's start the class. Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om Vakratunda Mahakaya Surya Koti Samaprabha Nirbighnam Kuru Medeva Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha Guru Sakshat Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Nidhaye Sarva Vidyanam Bhaje Bhavaroginam Gurave Sarva Lokanam Dakshinamurtaye Namaha Sadashiva Samarambham Shankara Acharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Padyantam Vande Guru Paramparam Tutismati Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavat Pada Shankaram Loka Shankaram Shankaram Shankara Acharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutra Bhashyakato Vande Bhagavanto Punah Punaha Ishvaro Guru Ratmeti Murti Bheda Vibhagine Vyomavatyapta Dehaja Dakshina Murte Namaha Apara Karuna Sindhum Jnanadam Shantarupinam Sri Chandrasekhara Gurum Pranamami Mudanmaham Om Yam Brahma Varunendra Rudra Marutaha Stunmanti Divyaistavaihi Vedai Sangapadakramopaniஷadair Gayanti Yam Samagaha Dhyanavasthita Tadgatena Manasa Pashyanti Yam Yoginaha Yasyantam na Vidusura Suraganaha Devaya Tasmai Namaha Devaya Tasmai Namaha Om Shri Krishnaya Paramatmane Namaha Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha Shri Saraswati Namaha Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om Shri Bhagavanu Vacha Teshamevanukampartham Ahamajnanajam Tamaha Nashayamyatma Bhavasthaha Jnanadipena Bhasvata Jyotishamaphi Tadjyotihi Tamasah Paramuchyate Jnanam Gneyam Jnanagamyam Hridi Sarvasya Vishtitam Nahi Jnanena Sadrisham Pavitramiha Vidyate Tatsvayam Yoga Samsiddhaha Kalenatmani Vindati Jnanena tu tadajnanam Esham Nashitam Tesham Aditya Vajnanam Prakashayati Tatparam Yathaidhamsi Samidhognihi Bhasmasat Kurute Arjuna Jnanagni Sarvakarmani Bhasmasat Kurute Tatha Yasya Sarve Samarambhaha Kamasankalpa Varjitaha Jnanagni Dagdha Karmanam Tamahu Panditam Buddhaha Om Shanti Shanti Shantihi Atha Srimad Bhagavad Gita Shashthodhyayaha Dhyana Yogaha Om Narayanah Parom Vyaktate Andamam Vyakta Sambhavam Andasyantastvime Lokaha Saptadvipacha Medini Om. Now we will chant shloka number 28 and then go to 29. 28 we all learnt. All of you look at the summary that Kalaman is posting. 28 will chant together. Shri Bhagavanu Vacha Yunjannevam Sadatmanam yogi vigata kalmashaha sukhena brahma samsparsham atyantam sukhamashnute. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hardam Swagatam, hearty welcome to the next session on the Bhagavad Gita, chapter number 6, Dhyana Yoga. We are coming to the final portion of what? Dhyana Swarupam and Dhyana Phalam. So all of you take the e-book. Dhyana Swarupam and Dhyana Phalam. Shloka number 18 to 32. So by now you should be able to say which shloka corresponds to Dhyana Swarupam, which shloka corresponds to Dhyana Phalam. So some homework you all do after today's class till next Thursday morning. Just go back from shloka number 18 to 32. What is the subject matter? Dhyana Swarupam or Dhyana Phalam. So if you take shloka number 28, what is the category? Dhyana Swarupam or Dhyana Phalam? Dhyana Phalam. That is the fruit, the benefit of doing dhyana. Very good, Rajendran sir. All of you on camera, Sheetal Rathor, Vinod, Denapa, Vinod, GNMR, Roshan Kumar, all of you. Niranjan Sundareshan. I want to see you. Can you please turn camera? iPhone. Niranjan Sundareshan's iPhone. Very good. Excellent. Naveen V. So, Dhyana Phalam. So, what is Bhagavan's proclamation or clear message? If one engages in constant meditation, constant doesn't mean 24/7. The way we are living our life today, Venkatan Mulan, can you do dhyanam? Can be sitting in dhyanam? Then you'll ask, who will give food, sir? How will you get money, sir? Correct? So every day, set apart 5 minutes. Ram Ram Subbo, 4 classes வரலாம், சில கிளாஸ்லாம் skip பண்றீங்க, busy போல இருக்கு. Yeah. So every day set apart 5 minutes quality time where you withdraw from all other activities. At least the 4 classes you attend regularly. That's enough. 4 classes, sit with us and practice dhyanam the right way for at least 1 year. Then you can do it on your own. But make sure that regularity is maintained. And constantly when you practice this meditation, first you get the confidence, yes, the mind can be rid of all the worries and sorrows and problems. Yes or no? When you do dhyanam, is the mind worried? Tell me now. You should be able to share. Now, worries? All the worries. Worries about children, about no boss, money, no situation, everything. Wife, so all the worries will disappear. That means what? It is only our own what? Imagination about what is happening around, why it's affecting me and all those things. But it requires a lot of mental fortitude. It doesn't happen overnight. Under the guidance during dhyanam, you're able to experience a glimpse of that supreme bliss, Ananda Swarupam. But to continue that throughout the day, throughout the week, throughout the month, throughout the year, throughout your life, knowledge alone will protect you. So write down something that nobody says. Most importantly, in the 6th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, when Bhagavan mentions yogi, 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 again, special. This person is very special. What is speciality? Person has got jnanam, atma jnanam, and also practices dhyanam constantly, consistently with commitment. So, not just intellectual knowledge. That's important. You have to study the Shastras properly, go through all the Bhagavad Gita portions for jnanam, Upanishads, understand them in detail, remove all the doubts, Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana. Do that consistently, and then once your doubts are all more or less cleared, in the quietude of the mind is extremely calm, recollect these thoughts. That is when this Atma Jnanam will integrate into your mind. It becomes second nature to you. So, somebody says, what? Aham Brahmasmi. Should be able to identify yourself.
Nah, it's not that person is Brahman. I am Brahman. And when we say clean your mind of every problem, not somebody else's mind. It is your own mind which has to be cleaned up from all problems, worries, thoughts. So, constant engagement in meditation, in dhyanam, traditional dhyanam. The yogi already is purified by all the activities, samskaras, got all the right samskaram, we say. Right? What impressions? Everything is positive, everything is correct. Everything as per Dharma Shastra, Punyam. So, what happens? This person attains limitless Anandam, unlimited. Nah, no, again, you all got company by name ABC Limited. Anybody keeps name ABC Unlimited? I'm just looking for the name. Nobody keeps name, right? So you become Mr. So-and-so Unlimited. Or Miss So-and-so, Mrs. So-and-so Unlimited. What unlimited? Unlimited Anandam. Correct? There's no limit. And that you should know. Once you experience that, only you will know. Huh? And then that will percolate. Everything else will become what? No? Very simple in your life. Nothing should be a problem. And importantly, once you start studying Shastras, doing Dhyanam, getting to Vichara Margam, unnecessary talk, unnecessary thought, unnecessary gossiping. What this person did, Ram Subbu, what did this person do, where the person went, what? These are the main problem. Ravindra, ಏನಾದ್ರೂ ಶುರು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಟಾಪಿಕ್ ಯಾರ್ದೇನೋ ಏನೋ ಒಂದು ಇನ್ನು ತಮಿಳ್ ವಿಷಯ ನವೀನ್ ವೆಂಕಟರಮಣಿ ವಿளையாட்டு வினையா போச்சுன்னு. That means what? Just for some casual talk, you end up in a fight. Correct? So that first of all you'll get away. Correct? That one thing I've seen. Once you are a serious Vedantic student, unnecessary talk will not engage. Correct? Anybody talks something, say thank you, and you will keep the phone down. Correct? Talk about Shastras. Vetti page Veerasamy we call. So talk about Shastras, talk about Bhagavan, talk about Bhagavad Gita, Upanishad, correct? No, unnecessary talk. We don't need any talk. Let anybody do any politics, anything. Let us not bother about anything. For us, we have got Guru, Shastram, Bhagavan. Focus on that. More and more clarity. That's all, correct? When that is there, what happens? You are out of all problems. Basically, all main problems are sorted out if you don't enter into gossip. Then what happens? The mind always goes back to Atma Swarupam, Jnanam, what? Anandam. So, this Ananda belongs to Brahman only. Please understand. Sir, Brahman has got Anandam, sir. Where is Anandam for me? Ramanamsu, answer panunga. Brahman has got Anandam. How can I be Anandam? Because I am Brahman. People they feel very scared. Krishna here, you can say anything, sir. How can I be Brahman, sir? I can never be Brahman. This is the biggest. This is called Viparita Jnanam. Exactly opposite of what Shastras are saying. You'll be constantly hankering in the mind unless you spend significant time with the Guru studying Shastras for decades and have all the pramanam. Write down 3 pramanams are required. Shruti, Yukti, Anubhava. Shruti has to say, not some charlatan, somebody in the road says something. No. Shruti Vakyam is very important. Vakyarthascha vicharyatam, Shrutimatas tarkonu sandhiyatam. Vakya, the Vakyam nana, Veda Vakyam, Maha Vakyam, Vedanta Vakyam. That you have to do vicharam, and Shruti should be understood properly. Yukti, logic. Keep talking about logic in deep sleep. You are a perfect, peaceful personality. Very, very incidentally, and again, Mahaperivas, whatever our NRS shared. I don't know whether you all read, all the Vision Group people. Read that. Exactly, Periva is saying that during deep sleep you experience that supreme happiness, supreme peace. But you don't know that your nature of peace. Can you see the consistency in teaching Guru Parampara? Not somebody says something. So please understand that supreme peace, supreme Anandam, that is your nature. What? Aham Brahmasmi. I am the Brahman, not somebody else. That is what? Yukti, logic. And Anubhavam, which you are experiencing during Dhyanam. During deep sleep, when you recollect and analyze, that is Anubhavam, experience. So, Yukti, so write down, Shruti Vakyam. Only by Shruti, don't listen to anybody else. Don't, from today, shut off yourself from internet. Don't see unnecessary things on the internet, unnecessary, even spirituality, all wrong things are there. That's why I ask you to buy all the books. A lot of people ask me, buy all the original Gita books in your own favorite language. In a Gita, Upanishad, Brahma Sutra, we'll study everything in detail. Why the original books? Look at the book and you write notes. That's why I'm asking you to write notes. Our team is writing notes, doing all those things. Don't refer to anything. 99.99% are wrong. I can say with a lot of authority. Yeah. So, this Anandam belongs to Brahman. I am Brahman, so I am Anandam. You understood? Not I mean that each one of you are Ananda Swarupam. You understand that? Now, what is the nature of a person who has attained Brahma-Jnanam and practices Dhyanam? From sloka number 29 to 32, Bhagavan is going to say how a Atma-Jnani who has practiced Dhyanam will practically behave in the world. Will you do the same thing like all of us? Gossiping, doing unnecessary, talking, unnecessary work. How is a person's approach to life? Look at all these, all gems from Bhagavad Gita. You will not get anywhere. So Gita is really a great scripture because it shows you practically how you transform as an individual. Are you able to at least see in the last 2 years, Ramesh, Venkatesan, are you able to see how you are able to progress? Are you not a more peaceful person after going through Gita, at least to this extent? So Bhagavan is going to say how Atma-Jnani with Dhyanam will have a perspective to life. Beautiful slokas. Sloka number 29 to 32. Sloka number 29. 28, BVA is done? Can you confirm? BVA done? No? Okay, 29 will do. Sri Bhagavan Uvacha Sarva Bhutasthamaatmanam Sarva Bhutani Chatmani 𝐒𝐴𝐵𝐢 𝐻𝐿𝐴 Sarvatra Samadarshanaha.
Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Sarva Bhutasthamaatmanam Sarva Bhutani Chatmani 𝐒𝐴𝐵𝐢 𝐻𝐿𝐴 Sarvatra Samadarshanaha.
All of us together again. Sri Bhagavan Uvacha Sarva Bhutasthamaatmanam Sarva Bhutani Chatmani 𝐒𝐴𝐵𝐢 𝐻𝐿𝐴 Sarvatra Samadarshanaha. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. So this sloka has got 2 parts. Write down. First part is what is the nature of a Brahma-Jnani, Atma-Jnani who practices Dhyanam. What is the level the person has reached as far as the state of mind is concerned? And because the person has obtained that state of mind through constant, it's called another tapas. So, constantly being the same orientation towards what? Shastram and Dhyanam. The person's viewpoint to the world and beings around is very different from all of us. How does it happen? First point. For a person who is very disciplined, very important, the moment is a discipline, say, it's not possible for us. Correct? You always hated our initial school days. If you come late, you'll be asked to stand outside the class. This teacher is very, very imposing discipline on me. Anybody who is very relaxed, this teacher is very nice. Whatever you do is fine. Throw rocket and all on the last bench, all that you can do. Right? No, that is, see, discipline initially looks very challenging, yes or no? But as you practice, it becomes very nice. It becomes a way of life and you start enjoying it. Correct? Initially, it will be very tough only. So, Bhagavan is emphasizing discipline. Discipline should become a habit. Correct. So, Bhagavan says, for a person, the yogi whose mind is disciplined, that means what? I will definitely attend all the Gita classes correctly, all the Upanishad class correctly, study the Shastras, spend quality time on all my religious activities, then also do other things also. Doesn't mean it is this or that. It all should be integrated through timetable. Please understand. That is called discipline. That's why I keep on emphasizing, make the timetable. Are you all doing timetable, Krishna here? Correct? I'm wondering, all of you. On the timetable, everything should be accommodated. Time is not there, you have to extend the time of time, waking time you're, waking up, right? So, one whose mind is disciplined, how? Through dhyanam, traditional dhyanam. So, all the practices are done to reach dhyanam. What all has been done? Can you list? Karma, karma yoga, chitta shuddhi, chitta vishalata, chitta ekagrata, Vedanta Shastra, Shravana, Manana, all that has been done. Then only this Dhyana yogi sitting for Dhyanam, not simply going, and partying in the weekend, then attending crash course, meditation course. It doesn't work. Have you seen? Modern, all these meditation courses. Anybody is welcome to do anything and you can do Dhyanam. It won't work that way. This is the right path. Okay. So, constantly engaging in meditation with the discipline. The person is already disciplined. Okay. Then the person perceives the Atman. That means what? Many people are very confused. They don't have answer to this question. Sir, what is the meaning of perception of Atman, sir? Can we see Atman? Correct question. Can we see Atman like a flame, light, Jyoti, or Bhagavan, Dakshinamurti? Is that Atman? Is that Brahman? You got question or not? Nah. Atman cannot be visualized. Write down. Perception of Atman means understanding that there is only one reality, that is pure consciousness, Satchidananda Swarupam, that is my nature. Point one. There are only two aspects to perceive the Atman. Write down. One, when you clearly know that my true nature is that supreme principle, Satchidananda Swarupam. Two, everything else is what? Anatma, or seemingly real, actually mithya. When the mind is strongly codified, and whatever you see, neti neti, athata desho neti neti, that is the adesha. The final message of Vrahadharanya Upanishad is what? Not ettadresha agrahim. Everything else, because your intellect will work systematically to negate the reality of anything that is Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandham, and that is appearing in the mind also. Quite complicated, right? No, tougher than that. This Vedanta is tough. Advaita Vedanta is a bit tough. Okay. So that is the perception of Atman. That means what? Anything that happens around has got no reality. And the reality is given what? Existence is given only by Brahma Tattvam. That is called perception of the Atman. Then what? So what happens? You perceive this Atman as being the substratum or the what? Sustaining principle of all being. So when you see somebody, instead of focusing on Anatma, no, Nama Rupa, Guna, instead of that, you focus on the fact that even that person is Atma Swarupam. First, now there are two aspects now. One, Atman is present in every what? Entity, every being. Though Atman is everywhere, the moment you see something, the Anatma Vastu, that person, whether it can be living being, non-living being, immediately creates differentiation, yes or no? Suppose I don't have any pen or anything here, I am seeing something. There is something that is substance, next to it is space, correct? Immediately you see Dvaitam. You see somebody, the person has got different name form, this person different name form. There's multitude, so many different, but what? Shastra say everything is one, there is only one, only one, only one. What is the only one principle in every being? Guru Swami? Brahma Tattvam, Atma Tattvam is what is there. So, you do not pay much importance to what? Nama, Rupa and Guna. Doesn't mean, suppose you're walking on the road. Everything is Atman. So I don't need to see what is there on the road. I'll keep on walking. Even a pit comes, I'll fall down. That's not Atma Jnani, it's Maha Ajnani. Please understand. For Vyavaharam, the mind has to work. Whereas the impression in the mind will never get vitiated by Nama, Rupa, Guna. Are you getting the point? What is vitiating our mind? Go back and think. Why is our mind getting into different states of disturbances? When somebody's name you hear, oh, I cannot stand that person's name. Some name you hear, very nice person, sweet person. You will correct, huh? No, that's what happens, correct? Similarly, Rupa, form, different forms. I like this form, I don't like that form, I like this dress, that dress. All that they say, no? It should be the peacock in my dress, something all they say. Huh? That's why difficult. That's why Vedanta should not be taught in public. So many designs are there in the shop. Who is going to buy? That's why Vedanta is taught only for sannyasi. Maturity of mind should be there to understand Vedanta. So don't you do everything. You buy the peacock dress also for somebody, but you don't get swayed. Are you getting the point, madam? So you should do everything for everybody. But your mind should not get swayed by anything. That is how your mind is established in Atman. And so what happens? The vision is the same everywhere. Wherever you see Atman Brahman, Sarvam Brahmamayam. Re Sarvam Brahmamayam. Kimbachaniyam, Kimavachaniyam. Kimbodhavyam, Kimabodhavyam. Beautiful song is there. Listen after this class. Sadashiva Brahmendra's wonderful song. Sarvam Brahmamayam. Re Sarvam Brahmamayam. So you will reach that state. So what happens? Wherever you go, there is no problem. Because Brahman, you are Brahman, every Brahman is there. You will not have any disturbance of mind or problems. Clear? Huh? Always state of Anandam. Now look at, is that what Bhagavan told? Like story, right? Yes, Bhagavan has told that one. Let us see Padavi Bhagan Anvaya, understand in detail. Sarva Bhuta Stham. Sarva Bhuta Takaram is Alpa Pranam. Stha Mahapranam. Sarva Bhuta Stham Atmanam. Sarva Bhutani Cha Atmani. Ikshate Yoga Yuktatma Sarvatra Samadarshanaha. Before we go to Anvaya, another aspect, I want to say the second aspect. First aspect is what? Atman is present everywhere. This first level, slightly easy to understand. Next level, you will understand that everything exists in Atman. For that, you need to understand Vedanta properly. Are you getting the point? First is what? Atman is there in everybody. There's a group. Very infamous group, but very popular, very widespread. They say, Atman Brahman means only Lord Krishna, and this person who has got what? So-called Jnanam will see Krishna, 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 Krishna everywhere. If somebody, Meenakshi Madam, is seeing Krishna, Krishna everywhere, in spite of seeing Meenakshi Madam or Sri Vidya Madam, my Swamiji used to say, please take them to the eye clinic quickly. Get their eyes examined. How come this person is Krishna, Krishna, Krishna everywhere? Please understand, Brahman is beyond name and form. You cannot attach the form of Krishna or Parameshwara or anybody to Brahman. Are you getting the point? So, when the person says, when Shastra says this person is able to see everything is in Atman and all beings are in the Atma, doesn't mean what? Some form. For this, you should study Shastram. How do you understand this? Tasmadva etasmad atmana akashas sambhutaha akashad vayuhu vayoragnihi agnerapah adhyah prithibhi prithivyamoshadhayah prithivyaoshadhayah oshadhibhyonnam annat purushaha. Purusha means what? Human beings. How does the human being come? Tasmadva etasmad atmana akasha sambhutaha. Space itself is formed on the Atman. So substratum for space is Atman. So from the Atman, space arises. From space, Vayu. So you all know what Vayu can do. Recently there's a big cyclone. Saw that? No, what all it can do. Power of Vayu. Right? So the typhoon in Texas. You may not know, but I'm getting information. Correct? Vayu also very powerful. Space is the harmless person. Yes or no, NRS? Space, does it create any trouble? All the beings in space are creating trouble. Vayu can create trouble by typhoon taking all your lives. Correct? Vayu, Ragnihi, fire. Forest fire will come, destroy everything. But everything is in space, and space is untouched by anything. Yes or no? Does space get burnt? Space get blown away? Nah. Look at the beauty. Agnerapaha, water, floods, what it can do. You all know that. Adbhyaf Prithvi, earthquake can also happen. Also, Bhumi is there for us to stay. The power. The power of what? Now, please understand now. It's all jokes so far. Now, serious. So, Vayu, Agni, Apaha, Prithvi are very powerful or not? No. NRS, correct? Very powerful or not? If they have to rest in Akasha, who is more powerful? Are you getting the point? And not touched by anything. Akasha has got that kind of power. If the Akasha has to arise from Brahman, how subtle Brahman should be? How powerful it should be? Are you understanding now? This is the process. So everything rests in Atman. Understand now? From Prithvi, Prithivya, Oshadhayaha, all the food that you eat is growing from the earth. Can anybody produce any food without growing on the earth? Even the tablet, all they take now, all the supplement has to have some original food element, correct? So the food is coming from what? Earth, and from the food only, what? Human beings are created, yes or no? Which sloka is then Bhagavad Gita? Let us see whether you're able to think fast. Annad bhavanti bhutani parjanyad anna sambhavaha yajñād bhavati parjanyaha yajñah karma samudbhavaha. So when you see somebody, what is that person physically? Nah. Vijayendra sir, who are the person physically? Annamaya kosham. Where did Annam come? Came from Bhumi. Where Bhumi came? Bhumi came from Apaha. From Apaha, where did it come from? Agni. Agni went to Akasha. Akasha went to what? Akasha. Agni went to Vayu. Vayu to Akasha. Akasha to Brahma. So quickly. So the speed at which you can reconcile everything existing in Brahman, this is the process. That's why I say Upanishad study is very important. The Taittiriya Upanishad mantra, very powerful. Every day whoever has learned it, remind yourself. Brahmavidya Foundation tadesha bhyukta satyam dhyanam anantam brahma yo vedanihitam 𝐒𝐫𝐢 𝐊𝐚𝐫𝐚 sośñute sarvan kamahan saha brahmana vipaschiteti tasmadva etasmadatmana akasha sambhutaha akashad vayuhu vayo ragnihi agnerapah adbhyah prithvi prithivya oshadhebhyonnam mannat purushaha avaesha purushonnara samayaha. All Nididhyasan, you have to every day, constantly. These are all Naveen me. All studied Upanishad. Remind yourself the power of reminding the mantras. Not just study, but understand the meaning and apply it in your daily lives. That is the next level you go to when you study Vedanta. Otherwise, you'll be only chanting like all the people. Clear? That's how you establish everything is in Atman. Or able to at least get some conviction, if not fully, sir. I am fully confident, at least some. Everything is in Atman. You got some proof today? Yes or no? Radhika Mukon. And Atman is in everybody or not? Definitely, because when you see somebody, the person has a consciousness. Without having consciousness, what will happen? Person will not even able to sit like this. Correct? So, slowly when you study Vedanta properly, Ramesh Venkateshan, this should become very clear that what? Atman is a substratum, the only reality. Everything is only seemingly real. I forgot to mention this. So the vision of the Atma-Jnani, the yogi who has got Atma-Jnanam and practice Dhyanam. Everywhere there's only Samadarshanaha. That means what? Doesn't seem the same name and form everywhere. The person, this is by knowledge. This is not the physical eye. This is called the third eye. Jnana Chakshusha. Are you getting the point? Nah. How did Arjuna see Vishwarupa Darshanam? Physical Madana. He got the divine eye. So you all can get the divine eye. And this divine eye is called knowledge. Write down. They say Subramanya Swami, or you say Ashtadasha Lochana. It means what? The 18 eyes. How does it come? 6 faces into 3. Mathematics. Third eye irukku. For Subramanya Swami, na Ram Ram Subbu. Nah. What is the third eye? Third eye is Jnanam, Jnana Pandita. Understand this all wonderful concepts you understand properly. Clear? Huh? Now, Padavi Bhaga. Now let us see Anvaya. Number of words. Now count. Yoga Yuktatma. Ikshate. Atmanam. Sarva Bhutastham. Cha. Sarva Bhutani. Atmani. Samadarshanaha. Sarvatra. How many words? Any of you? 9. Very good. Now, 2 things should be understood properly. Is Jnanam. Highest Jnanam explained a simple shloka to be analyzed and what reiterated, and so clear. You should have clarity. You should clear your thoughts by constant questioning. Let's see what is the meaning now, word by word. Yoga Yuktatma. So to get to this stage, everybody cannot go to this stage automatically. Nah. Sir, so, what do they say, no? You can also have a chip in the brain, they say. Somebody told me, NRS, they are now testing out in USA, putting a chip in the brain. And they compared this to the mobile phone. Earlier they used to have normal phone, today smartphone. Nah. So we are all normal beings. If you put a chip in the brain, it becomes smart being. Nah. It's not something you can put a chip or switch on something and suddenly you become Atma Jnani. Can never happen. It is not a mechanical process. It is not something you can create from external. How will Atma Jnanam arise? Yoga Yuktatma. Write down. Yoga Yuktatma means the person whose mind is disciplined by Dhyanam. Here yoga means Dhyana Yoga. Dhyana Yoga here means Atma Jnanam plus Dhyanam. Write down. So Atma Jnanam plus Dhyanam, Yoga, Yukta. Yukta means what? Tied to that. Discipline. At what any cost, I will not give up Jnanam and Dhyanam. The twin principles going to govern my life. So, Yoga Yukta Atma. Atma here means the person. Okay, Atma doesn't mean here Shuddha Chaitanya. Atma is the person. The person whose mind is disciplined through Dhyanam. Constant disciplined practice of Dhyanam with Vedanta Shastra Jnanam is Yoga Yukta Atma. Can you see one word? Now, Ramesh Venkateshan, can you do it such a fast pace? You will not understand anything. Yoga Yukta Atma. So this person, when you reach the state, that means what? One day, we will also reach the state by constantly being in this path. Yoga Yukta. That's what even Bariva told, no? Today, you may not be able to be in that state by constantly practicing. You will reach the state one day. Yoga Yukta Atma. What happens to the person? Ikshate. Ikshate means perceives. Perception means through knowledge. Here it is not physical. So suppose I say, this particular cloth has got threads. How should I establish this fact? You tell me. Should I tear this cloth and say, finally, sir, I found everything is thread. Huh? Is it the right way to understand? What is the way to understand? Through Jnanam, correct? The process of making cloth is through threads. Knowledge, correct, Vinakshi madam? Yeah. Similarly, through knowledge, perception, through, write down in bracket. That is why Atma Jnanam is required for this yogi. It's not simply some meditation course. Go and sit and do some art, some meditation, nothing won't work. It is in the Ikshate. Perceives what? Atmanam. The Atman. So this person, through a disciplined mind of what? 2 twin principles. Jnanam plus Dhyanam perceives the Atma where sarvabhutastham, in all beings. Sarvabhuteshu tishtati. Tam sarvabhutastham. So this Dhyana yogi with Jnanam perceives the Atman in all beings. I think so far we are all clear, right? By now you should be very clear. Can you recognize Atman in all beings or not? That is why you say Namaste to everybody. You say Namaste means what? Te Namaha. Atman, you are worshipping inside the person. This is easy. Next, slightly difficult. So one part, second part of the shloka. Cha sarva bhutani. And second part, all beings, Atmani. Atmani, which vibhakti? Saptami vibhakti, in the Atman. So first part is you recognize Atman in all beings. Relatively simple. Okay? Relatively. Compared to the other aspect. Okay? Because there is Atman everywhere. So far fine. But the next level is every entity resides in Atman. Now when you put these two equations, write down. Atman is present in everybody. Everything is present in Atman. Logically, is it correct? Now let us kindle your brain. All the mathematical scientists, all people are there, no? Nah, Arvind Balasubramanian, postdoctorate. Is it possible? Is it logical? Huh? See, there is some, I'll say, for example, one small box is there, another big box is there. Small box is present in the big box. The big box is present in the small box. Is it possible? I should kindle your brain, no? It's possible. Nah. Atman is present everywhere. Everything is present in Atman. Seems paradoxical. Correct. Now, at least you are thinking. That means what? The term, something, see, if both are absolutely real, if everything is real, and Atman is also real, everything that is real is present in Atman. And everything, what? In everybody, in every entity, there is this Atman. That means what? Atman is supposed to be next level. Atman is so huge, it contains everybody, everything. Correct? Guru Arpan sir. Now we say Atman is in one small entity, even an ant. So it is so small. How can Atman be so big and so small? Are you able to think now how much Vedanta is not so simple? No, you say, sir, I studied Vedanta, that mission, this mission. Somebody taught me something, I went to this course. You have to sit down, analyze. As I study Upanishad. Anoraniyan mahato mahiyan. Don't bring Purana here. Atmasya janto nihito guhayam. Tamah kratuf pashyati vita shokaha. Dhatuf prasadan mahimanam atmanaha. So please understand. That is why I say sit in Ramanam Subho, Astram Padikanam. So when you start thinking only, all this doubt will come. Ignorance is bliss. Madhu Harish, they say. Shankaracharya said the Gita, Bhagavan told me, okay, fine. Sarva bhutastam atmanam, sarva bhutani jatmani, ikhati sarva finish, gone. After that, we were very busy. After the class, NRS, dinner time in India, what time, I don't know, in US lunch time. Run. Please understand, it is not Vedanta Vijnana Sunischitartha. Sit and study properly. Now you see, one small sloka has given you enough confusion or not? So, that means what? When we say all beings, the physical aspect, Nama Rupa Guna, has to be mithya. Then only Advaita Jnanam. The sloka itself, Bhagavan will say something wrong. Will Bhagavan say anything wrong? If Bhagavan says and it is right, then we will understand how this is. So he says Jnanam, Jnanam, Jnanam. Atmanan Brunjada. So, and all beings in the Atma. Understand? Atma is present in all beings. Everything, all beings and Atma means what? The external beings that you call Nama Rupa Guna has to be mithya, seemingly real. Now write down today, I'll give you one Mandukya Karika. Analyze for the next 1 month. If you come to me for Kashi Yatra, I'll explain this. Special, again. Maybe you cannot come. One Mandukya Karika, I'll give you. Very highest level of knowledge. You should be able to Start investigating this. Chanting பண்ணது போறோம். Next. மனனம் நிதித்தியாசனம். புரியுதா? பிரபஞ்சோ யதி வித்யேத நிவர்த்தேதன சம்சயः மாயா மாத்ரமிதம் துவைதம் அத்வைதம் பரமார்த்ததः. Somebody can post this shloka. Let us see who's got fastest finger first. Google chat box. Prapancho yadi vidyeta. Ramesh Venkatesan. Very good. That was fastest. First to the Google. Irka illiya? Not gas. It is not some mineral engineering. It's not some art class. Prapancho. This Mandukya Karika. I told you is most toughest subject to study. Unless you understand that, you will not know this. Prapancho yadi vidyeta nivartetana samshayaha maya matramidam dvaitam advaitam paramarthataha. Guru Arpan sir, 99.9% people have made a mistake in explaining this shloka. The Karika explains avlo complicated. So, you want the meaning in this class? We'll take it to another class. Okay, you do Nididhyasanam on this. I'll come back to it later. But the fact of the matter is, this sloka says that Maya, first line is very difficult. Second line is easy. Meaning what ma? Ken, come to Kashi Yatra with me, then I'll give you the meaning. Na konja incentive irukkum. Ellame okand inge button press panni kadaikiranla kadaikuma. So whoever makes a trip to Kashi Yatra with us, we'll get the meaning in detail. So for this, Acharya's Bhashyam is 2-3 pages. Incentive for people coming to Kashi Yatra. The first Yatra, that is a what? The July Yatra, July, last week of July Yatra is kadaikum. Nah, okay. So, for you to pray, for people, okay, you don't get disappointed. The connection shloka in Bhagavad Gita, write down for this. Nasato vidyate bhavaha, na bhavo vidyate sataha, ubhayo rapidrishtontas tvanayos tattvadarshibhi. Tattvadarshibhi, samadarshanaha. If you take one concept or one shloka, one part, so much of scriptural knowledge is required to establish the truth and dwell on that. Initially, it will be very, mind will ripple. All this not required, sir. Correct? How many of you will get interested so easily? It's not easy. So, Bhagavan Anugraham should be there. Pray to Bhagavan. 2.6, 16, correct, very good. So these are all the essence of Vedanta Shastram. So one who perceives, so this person with Jnanam and Dhyanam will what? Perceive all beings in Atman in all beings and all beings in Atman. Atmani in the Atman, the Atma. So what happens to the person's vision now? We have got our own vision, 3D vision, 4D vision, 5D vision. What vision? This person, Samadarshanaha. This person has the same vision. Sarvatra, 360-degree vision is what? Everything is Atman, Atman, Atman. Write down another Upanishad mantra. NRS. So, Brahme Vedam Amrutam Purastat Brahma Paschat Brahma Dakshinata Stottarena Adhaschodhvam Cha Prasatam Brahme Vedam Vishwamidam Varishtham. Who is doing Google search? All this you put on together first. What is systematic study? Prapancho edi vidyeta. Nasato vidyeta. I have not prepared 1 second for this. I am seeing your face. Some interesting face. All this is coming to my memory. Sitting in front of Guru, what I learnt. Second, Nasato vidyate bhavaha. Third is Mundak mantra. Very good. Meenakshi Upanishad specialist. Brahmavedam amrutam purastha. To take up each of this in detail. By God's grace, you got patience and time. We'll read all these things. But all this should be integrated study of what Upanishad, Gita, Brahma Sutras is required to establish this knowledge. Bhagavan is giving the hope that if you're, that's why Yoga Yukta Atma, you're constantly in this relentless study of Vedanta Shastras. You can give up even food, but not give up study of Vedanta Shastras. Wonderful shloka, chant again. Sri Bhagavan Uvacha Sarva Bhutasthamatmanam Sarva Bhutani Chatmani 𝐒𝐴𝐤 𝐊𝐴𝐤-𝐸𝐢 Sarvatra Samadarshanaha. So please understand here the word yoga is what? Anybody quickly? Jnani plus Dhyana Yogi together. That twin pair should be there. Now, next sloka. Same thought is continued in the 30th sloka. Sloka number 30. Sri Bhagavan Uvacha Yo Mam Pashyati Sarvatra Sarvancha Mai Pashyati Tasyaham Na Pranashyami Sacha Na Pranashyati.
Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Yo Mam Pashyati Sarvatra Sarvancha Mai Pashyati Tasyaham Na Pranashyami Sacha Na Pranashyati.
Very good. All of us together. Sri Bhagavan Uvacha Yo Mam Pashyati Sarvatra Sarvam Cha Mai Pashyati Tasyaham Na Pranashyami Sacha Na Pranashyati. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. First, write down in this sloka when Bhagavan says Mam, Mai, two words underline. When I do Padavivaka, I will get it later. Mam and Mai, write down. Mam and Mai, Mai Saptami, in me. Mam, me. So, does Bhagavan say, when he say Mam and Mai, does he mean form of Krishna? Nah? What? Here, Bhagavan is donning the role of Atman or Brahman. Here, Bhagavan suddenly, what? Said, let me also don the role. I told you in Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan takes on different role. Sometimes Krishna, sometimes what? Jnani, sometimes what? Brahman. Here, Brahma Swarupam. Krishna Paramatma, Sakshat Brahma Swarupam. In this particular sloka, and he wants to give. What is Bhagavan hinting at here? Suppose I see Bhagavan or get Brahman or I get vision of Brahman. Next minute, will I lose that vision? Will that get lost? Sir, I had this, some vision in dreams, sir. Next day morning, I totally disappeared. Nah, it's like a dream. So, this is Jnanam. So, Bhagavan says, if you are able to perceive Brahman in what? Every entity. So, for now, replace Brahman because so difficult to what? No, imagine Brahman. So, Bhagavan is saying, put me instead of Brahman. If you are able to perceive me in every entity and perceive all entities in me, all preparation for what? Vibhuti Yoga and Vishwarupa Darshana Yoga. Chapter 10, chapter 11. For that, Bhagavan has put the seed in chapter 6 itself. Can you see now? Bhagavad Gita. How to have this perception? Arjuna had the doubt. That doubt was solved in chapter because in between some other more chapters had to be covered. Information is required to perceive that in this get the perception. So here he says, if you are able to perceive me in all entities, that means what? You're able to perceive Brahman. Now replace me, Brahman in all entities, and have the perception knowledge. All entities are in Bhagavan or Brahman. Then what happens? Wherever you see Brahman, wherever you see Lord Krishna or not, can you lose Krishna Paramatma? For example, if Krishna Paramatma is Brahman, suppose you see Krishna, that don't become that gang. No, don't see Krishna everywhere. It's not see Krishna everywhere. So Brahman, will you miss Brahman? Let me ask you this question. So many people are going to travel. No, vacation. Sir, America vacation. Half the family will go. So what? One of the person has to go drive to the airport and drop them in the airport and say, see you, bye, I'll miss you. My dear, I'll miss you. Hug. You do all that or not? Airport, you see all the scene or not? I miss you. I miss. They are waiting for the person to get missed so that they can go and do something. Okay, anyway. So, I miss you. Take care. You miss the person, correct? But when you got Brahma Jnanam, you see Brahman everywhere, you will not miss Brahman. Because wherever you see Brahman, you are also Brahman. So Bhagavan is saying that you will never be lost with respect to Brahman. That is what? You will definitely see Brahman everywhere. What? And Brahman also will not be lost as far as you are concerned. That means what? You will not lose Brahman, Brahman will not lose you. That is the meaning. Bhagavan is saying his own physical form is supposed to understand, I get a conception. So what Bhagavan is saying is that I am not lost to the person who sees me everywhere. That means what? I can never be lost. Nah, you don't go and sing the song. Famous Tamil song is there. And again, Ingellam Teduvado Muruha. Nah, this is a beautiful song. Where all should I go and see? Where all should I go and search for you? Where should you search for Bhagavan? Guru Swami? Bhagavan is very much within you or in every entity. When you go to the next level, Jnanam Sarvam Brahmamam. So, Brahman is never lost. You don't need to start crying and all those things. Clear? First point. Then, you also see everything in Bhagavan. That means what? The extension of the previous sloka, unless you understand sloka 29, 30 will not be clear. So, for a person who's understood that 29 properly, who sees Bhagavan or Brahman in everything, and everything in Brahman, here Krishna Paramatma, Bhagavan is not lost. That means what? Wherever you go, you have that what? Jnana Balam, write down, it's called the strength of knowledge of Brahma Jnanam Bhagavan. So, Bhagavan is not lost as far as this person is concerned. Then Bhagavan says, even if you think you are lost, what? This person is not lost as far as I am concerned. You cannot escape from me. You're always under my protection. Look at this. You are protected by Brahman, and Brahman is protecting you always. So here you can replace Ishvara Tattvam, Krishna Paramatma as what? What? A replica of Brahman. So you have a strong feeling that Bhagavan is always with you. You are with Bhagavan. Bhagavan is with you. Advaita Jnanam, Bhagavan is explaining. So, that is the what? Phalam of a person who is doing Dhyanam with Atma Jnanam. More in the next class, we will chant this sloka. When you do Padavivānvaya, you will understand it in more detail. Sri Bhagavanu Vacha Yomam Pashyati Sarvatra Sarvam Chamai Pashyati Tasyaham Na Pranashyami Satamena Pranashyati Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Who is doing Gita, Samvatsara, Vaibhavam, chanting? NRS. Very good. Oh, very good. Tara is doing very good. Unmute.
Namaskaram, Guruji. Namaste, everyone.
Very good, very good. Chant.
I'm going to chant verses 15 to 21 from chapter 1, Arjuna Vishada Yogaha. Om Shri Krishnaya Paramatmane Namaha. Atha Prathamodhyayaha Arjuna Vishada Yogaha. Sanjaya Uvacha Panchajanyam Hrishikeshaha Devadattam Dhananjaya Paundram Dadmo Mahashankham Bhimakarma Vrikodaraha Ananta Vijayam Raja Kuntiputro Yudhishthiraha Nakulassaha Devascha Sughoshamani Pushpako Kashyascha Parameshwasaha Shikhandi cha Maharathaha Drishtadyumno Viratascha Satvakishcha Parajitaha Dripado Draupadeyascha Sarvashah Prithivipate Saubhadrascha Mahabahuhu Shankantadmuk Pritak Pritak Saghoshodhardarashtrana Hridayani Vyadharayat Nabhascha Prithivim Chaiva Tumulo Vyanunadayan Atha Vyavasthitan Drishtva Dhardharashtran Kapidvajaha Pravirte Shastra Sampate Dhanurudyam Yapandavaha Hrishikesham tada vakyam idhamaha mahipate Arjuna uvacha senayorubhayor madhye ratam sthapayamechyuta yavadetan niriksheham yodukaman avasthitan.
Very good. Excellent chanting, Tara. Very nice chanting, ma. So you hear the word, ma. You hear the 𝐒𝐵𝐢? Have you heard that?
Yes.
So many people don't know. Mute padiko. Very nice chanting, ma. See, the greatness of Hanuman, one small thing can take away for the weekend. Nah. In fact, US is long weekend. I think some people are going on vacation on Monday, correct? No, for US. Can think. Hanuman's speciality is that he got the Upadesham of Brahma-Gnanam both from Sri Ramachandra and also from Krishna Paramatma. You know that? Nah. Vaidehi Sahitam Suraldra. That shloka says that Anjaneya Swami got the Brahma-Gnanopadesham from Sri Ramachandra Murthy. He also got Brahma-Gnanam from whom? Krishna Paramatma by being in a what? Astral form. 𝐒𝐵𝐢 𝐊𝐚𝐫𝐚. A great thing. Okay. Think about this. 12 hours from now, understanding more details how to get the Brahma-Gnanam. Okay. 18th chapter we'll go through in detail. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om Tatsate. Krishna 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 Shubhamastu. Samasta San Mangalani Bhavantu Satyayeta. Hari Om Narayana.